Alright. Stop before we get copyright claimed.
Hello!
What's up, everyone? Kaiju no Kami here from the Toku Animation News Network with...
Who are you pointing to? Kralik again!
Silver Quill. There's a mic in front of me.
Oh, shit! I was like,
I can't see who I... Well, I can't see myself, but...
It's Advent Nebula with his puppo.
Hello, Ruby.
And we are here to talk about Boonboomger episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay, we get it.
Do we?
he's sad.
Well, we watched it.
Yeah, we did.
That's the extent of it. Bye!
Yeah. Turns out you can't stop the boom boom. You just stop right now.
Honestly, series from what we've been watching looks extremely crisp and has been fun.
Well, I like the characters, to be certain, and I don't know. There was commentary that it's meant to be a comedy Sentai, and while there's certainly humor, I find this being played a bit more straight-faced.
It's dry humor.
Well, I thought this was supposed to be from all of the threatening threats of what the next Sentai was supposed to be after King Oger. That was supposed to be Kitty.
Children's First Sentai?
Children's First Sentai. And if this is Children's First Sentai, I'm a little worried what they think about marriage.
Especially the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when the groom has an entire Yakuza crew behind him, at least that's what I assume.
And the first monster's a wedding dress.
Yeah, it's nice that they get the wedding episode out right at the start. So now we won't have to worry about
You
a
never
wedding
know.
episode.
There might be one later.
Quiet you. Quiet you.
Can we try to not?
Ah.
Oh, see, yeah. Oh, that's a good one where I got pain out of all three of them. Even Ruby's looking at me like, why do you cause pain?
Side note, I love the pun with that was stolen by Zaslav.
There we go.
That was like the best one ever.
Having the car uterus seeing red.
But so first episode we had live streamed, did a live stream viewing of it, and one and two technically, until Toei stole them away from me. So no more.
Totally took down.
They didn't take them down, but they've taken all the ad revenue from them. So no more Boonboomger live stream viewings. Just now live stream discussions. Whenever we get there.
Whenever we get there.
Yeah. Which will more than likely be batches of episodes with the way this is going.
Which, and you know, we can feel these viewings can be exhausting, and we're all tired.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey.
Really?
Really.
Hey. It fits.
And did you miss the exhausting part too?
I'm ignoring.
Karma's gonna get him.
Puns are where angels fear to tread.
I wonder if I close your nose, is your voice going to sound any different?
Probably.
Oh, darn.
What, were you hoping I would sound exactly the same?
Yes.
I don't think I could sound exactly the same. I could try,
But then I rather enjoy this sound.
You sound like a Cyberman.
there is logic in what he puns. But anyway, so okay.
I have the.
And with the first episode, we're getting right off the bat that the Pink Ranger is going to be the hothead of this series, subverting the trope of almost every Pink Ranger ever.
Being princess-like. But she's also kind of like Oni's sister,
Yes.
the point of view introduction.
Yep.
And usually the one with whom it's easiest to sympathize in the events because she's the newbie. We're learning with her. Getting to know you.
We're not getting to know all about you. We already know everything about you.
Oh, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
I at least know everything.
No,
Literally everything.
no,
I've seen the full moon.
You see that phone, dude?
Do we want to bring up the chicken bone?
No. But, so first episode was a pretty good episode that introduces the whole concepts. A lot happened in that first episode.
Traveling by exploding cannon car is actually pretty.
And having a separate universe for the cars to come into and out of is actually pretty interesting.
Although it makes me wonder, what are all the other cars doing if only 3 of them get to participate? The others are just driving in laps.
Why not?
Well, where's the gas efficiency?
And I
in
do
this?
question how they have a cat bus.
Meow. Oh wait, wouldn't it be great? The Ninjas just showed up for
You
one
mean
of
the Kaku Rangers.
Gaku Rangers showed up and just made use of that for one episode.
Well,
What
it is
is-
an anniversary year for the Conquer Rangers.
30 years.
Well, they have said that Goonboomger and Tokuger will show up in this series.
Well, that makes sense.
But we had that in his garage. You have that wall that has all these different steering wheels that have different Ranger names on them, like Goon, Car,
Turbo,
Turbo's in there.
Bob
Probably no Bob.
Ranger. Average Sentai, Bob the Ranger.
What the hell is this?
I'm working for minimum wage.
This is not a legit thing, is it?
It is now. I'm giving Toei ideas.
Don't.
It'll be Fresno Bob, the series. But so our first episode had some pretty cool camera work and did a lot to introduce the core concepts. I like when Mira becomes the Pink Ranger and they're doing their little pose, and
You find out just what an asshole Red
well,
is.
Taya throws her to the ground, to the side. She falls down,
twirls her to the side.
but she falls down and still manages to pull it off as a pose.
Well, I mean, it's nothing on par with like Doctor Who and Neil Patrick Harris giving the spin.
And a new meaning of Spice Girls.
Spice up your life.
But I do like the fact that the Pink Ranger has a boyfriend, is getting married to a Yakuza dude, and then inevitably says, you know what? The hell with
I'd
it."
rather be single and be part of this team.
Exactly.
Well, she says, I'm not going with you, not necessarily I'm breaking up with you. Although the boyfriend does says, I can't accept this. Well, sorry, pal. No means no.
Yep. And then, so episode 2, we have
The Clone Wars.
And probably one of
the suck. And then,
No blow.
well, and then we have, find out that Taya is super rich.
And that the future Orange works in procurement. That Blue is an information dealer. Red is the delivery man.
And we don't know, we just get a glimpse that Blue had some sort of,
Criminal past.
yep. But it was more, was he a thief or was he a spy?
And we get our
Informant
first
something.
introduction of our future Black in this episode, too.
No, we had him in episode 1.
I didn't catch him in episode 1.
Yeah, he
A
was.
wedding dress did.
Yeah, he got. Yes, he was the cop.
Oh,
that
you
with
got
the
a wedding dress?
But although, can I say that that
No, you can't
Taya's
say.
home, it really highlights the disparity between economics in Japan and America, because she's like, this place is huge. I'm like, that's the closet for most people in LA.
And I do enjoy their robot Boom Boom making curry all the time.
Trying to curry favor.
Also voiced by Rika Matsumoto, who is the second voice for Bakura in Yu-Gi-Oh! And is the voice of, was the singer for the Ryuki opening theme, and the voice for Satoshi or Ash in Pokemon.
And it's very interesting, too, with the female villain of the group, Viera, being voiced by Nana Mizuki, which I was actually surprised to find that out.
Well, right now the villains are actually the weakest part for me. Mostly because we don't, one, the dude, he doesn't do anything except project the car chase.
Are you saying
Well,
that
what has
television is not important?
If it's TV within TV, I don't need to simulate them watching TV for my entertainment.
But, well, from what it seems like, they're just the scouts. They're just supposed to scout the planet for the mafia to take over.
But Yurikar is the most interesting of the villains because even they don't know why it goes red-eyed and crazy over this
Gasoline.
Gasoline. But I do love the fact that we have Yurikar.
You're a towel.
You're a banana.
Wow, I think Ren actually is interested in Ruby right now.
Sorry, we have a social experiment going on of a cat versus a dog, and the dog has been demanding the cat's attention all
Dog's
day.
been begging for attention.
But now that the dog is asleep, the cat is
Oh, she is asleep.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
sleepy.
All right, but anyway, so we have our next another mech battle, and then episode 3
The funniest
Yeah.
with the
with the clock.
Ah. So with this episode, basically she's wearing yellow, so pink.
who wasn't wearing pink.
Until she got the helmet.
Yeah.
Basically, she hears this beautiful sob story about a mirror that the grandchild wants to get back. The grandchild and mom want to get back to the grandma. And she just gets pulled into the emotional moment and gets called out for it by Red after
Some reflection.
after Boone is like, that's so beautiful. And Red's like, you just got called out by the emotional moment. And then
She's like,
Cheshiro is
No.
like, oh, that makes sense. So she asks to borrow the car, is told no. Then Joe from procurement, actually, no, Joe is black.
yeah,
I'm going to say Bob right now until
Genbu.
I was going with a fake name until he's fully introduced, but fine. Genbu.
Well, yeah, we do find out his name's Genbu in the latter half of the episode.
I may not remember these. I'm going to go back to my nicknames phase.
That's kind of what I was thinking of doing until we're fully integrated in the series. But so Genbu Bob, like Hydra Bob, he from procurement brings her a bicycle.
I want to ride my bicycle.
And so she's actually happy to have some form of transportation. However, we then get the best monster in all of history, a broken grandfather clock. So she's delivering a broken mirror to a grandma, and we have a broken grandfather clock trying to break down everything else that's working from these rotten kids.
And he literally goes, "Don't move or I'll attack."
And yeah, because he's been still for so long, he resents everyone else's mobility.
Best scene though.
That's our future.
First, it starts. He's attacking, and Mira is just riding her bike past him. Doesn't even notice him. He doesn't even really attack her. And then the other Rangers show up, blue and red. They're fighting him. You see her in the distance. She stops and thinks
Looks
for a moment,
back.
and you're thinking, "Oh, she just realized she went past the monster." She comes back, saying, "Oh, I thought I went the wrong way." And goes past. They're fighting.
But they all stop and look at her. Like everyone just stops and look.
And we have our Axel, the cop. He shows up there trying to stop the monster, and he gets his bike destroyed and stuff.
And his gun.
And so Blue and Red have to help protect him from the monster. And then we have Mira coming back again, stops, looks, sees the battle going on, and then
She just stares and does this.
It just takes off.
takes off. So the monster goes chasing after her. They're like, "Yeah, I got it. She was being a distraction to lure the monster away, so the cop could get away." Okay.
And the best,
She's the greatest rising star ever.
and then on top of this, the villains are up on a bridge not moving because they were told not to move by the monster.
Now, personally, my favorite part is the 1, 2, 3 red light game that they ended up playing with the monster. So blue and red are just being perfectly still, even posing.
Yes.
It reminded me of a Weeping Angel moment too.
So, and of course, the grandfather clock is determined, but also not great at running.
the Weeping Angels, the ultimate champions of red light, green light.
But it was quite hilarious to watch her start driving away.
Riding away.
And she is like booking it because the monster's on her tail. They go, blue and red go.
Well, she gets attacked, so she ends up having to fight the monster
with them.
But they come there and they're like,
well, she gets her bike broken.
And they come up
And
behind.
he's about to hit her, and Red's car, Taya's car, basically comes up right behind and shoots him right in the face.
And the best line is like, Mira, good job being a distraction. Wait,
Decoy, you what?
And it was just like, huh? I mean, wow, that you can kill a lot of time in Sentai.
And they're like, we thought you said you were a decoy. She's like, no, I gave the thumbs up because I thought you wanted me to just keep on going to finish my job as you told me to in the beginning of the episode.
That is true. He told her.
And I'm like, oh my God, nobody communicates.
Well, although they did communicate some backstory. One, Boonboomger is not a robot; he's an alien.
Mm-hmm.
Two, he is not on Earth to form a defense, but is pursuing some kind of dream with Taya.
Mm-hmm.
And these Hash aliens are not unexpected, but they're not part of the plan.
No.
So we get to learn what this elusive dream is.
So
yeah. We learn that somehow, someway, Taya's got all this money.
Yeah, okay. If it turns out Taya killed his parents for the inheritance money, this is going to be a really different series.
would you be surprised though?
Yes.
Really?
Look, here's the thing. Taya, to me, actually reminds me a little bit of Captain Harlock.
Okay.
In that he does not bow to authority, and his number one priority seems to be asserting individualism, the freedom to do as you please. Harlock encourages his crew to do whatever they like and supports them as best he's able. Taya is likewise doesn't try to force order on the team. If anything, he just enjoys the individualism on display.
he's just going for the ride.
He doesn't want to relinquish the wheel, but he's enjoying the journey.
I think that's a fair assessment.
You know what? Now I'm just thinking of Final Fantasy 15. Having them just taking 15 scene of them driving and putting the Boonboomgers in there, and that's all it is the entire time.
Don't stop. Don't.
Leave my 15 alone.
She's not ready for her sweet 16.
I have way too many husbandos in that game.
They all wear black.
Well, yes, actually, they all do.
Yeah.
But, and then, so we have the monster. I liked the screws on the monster were rusted, so they couldn't unscrew them with Blue's screwdriver arm. So they had to get out the second sword from the classic car, as it's called, to act as a sword.
Yeah, it's basically just an American hot rod.
I just thought of Roger Smith's car from the Big O.
The other thing I liked about it is once we get to the end of the episode, after the mirror's been delivered, we see Joe Axe have to go in and say, Aksu, and say, I have another report. And he walks in, and we get Glasses.
This freaky lady with glasses.
Who basically says Boonboomger and all this stuff. And we find out she's from the ISA, International Space Agency.
So our next episode kicks off with Mira saving a child from getting isekai.
Yeah.
That was the best comment.
Yeah.
Advent's joke, but yeah, Truck Coon wasn't able to claim another victim today.
Yeah. Kids, don't play soccer in the street, or you might get isekai.
And it won't be one of those cool worlds where you're like super powered. No, you'll just be
dead.
Yeah.
You'll get reincarnated as a pop can.
Or
No.
you'll have to live through an election year again. Trust me. It's gonna be rough.
And then after
Ruby.
she saves a kid, she gets arrested by the ISA
Ruby.
and is interrogated.
And we find out her full name is Mila Shifto.
So plenty of car puns on display.
Yep. And then Taya invites them, like, yeah, you can come here. I'm Taya such and such.
And actually, yeah, they're really bad about withholding names.
And,
Yeah.
But we get our little backstory, all Taya inheriting money when he was young.
What happened to the parents?
It's Japan.
They probably went to the movies, were walking out, got mugged, and Taya, seeing that they got mugged, decided he wanted to become a hero.
Actually, I'll do you one better. They got caught up in a pedestrian relay and got trampled by it. So he's trying to eliminate pedestrianism with the abundance of cars.
Well, and then after the whole scene with the ISA at the Boonboomger headquarters, we cut to the villains watching TV and seeing that the Boonboomers are famous. And they're like, we need to make a name for ourselves, and end up deciding to turn the Sana into a monster.
Yep. And then,
That's a hot idea.
yep.
Now see, he's steaming over it.
Now, I did find it funny that when they decide to make the sauna, the two villains actually get in trouble with the monsters that they created again because the sauna basically makes them chill.
Well, he has a very aggressive persona.
You're not going to get out of the puns tonight no matter what.
Oh, I'm getting so many good groaners out of this. I wonder if I could use this clips on my weekday puns.
But nevertheless, moving on,
Maybe.
we have then the Boonboomgers going to fight said sauna monster.
To the cheers of the crowd who are calling out for their heroes.
And we have
The ISA.
Gemba Bob calling and saying, can I have you deliver the Boonboomgers?
All because the ISA is like, no, if they leave, we're arresting them.
And they leave because, authority. And then
God, screw your authority.
And then the cop goes to go with them, and she starts to yell at him, and then backs off. Then we hear Boon Boom say, the curry's ready. Would you like some?
And her eyes just light up.
Because apparently she loves curry.
Which I would totally agree with.
Do you want Asian?
I actually am I got kind of in the mood for curry when we saw that.
Funny thing, I was kind of thinking curry too.
Yeah, well, that's the sad thing. I was thinking curry as well.
But-
Then let's go out to eat. We can have pork tomorrow.
But you bought extra pork chops for.
And I can put them in a freezer. It's amazing how that works.
Well, so I guess the curry.
I'm not getting curry because I don't like curry.
The curry industry is gonna have a small spike up, and everyone's gonna be like, "What is going on?" And historians will look and say, "In this time, Sentai was curry's supporter,
It was currying favors.
I was about to say that.
for it is the spice of life,
This isn't Dune.
the spice melon."
Because the spice doesn't flow.
You curried that joke too long.
Although I would be curious, how do they serve this rectangle in the center? The curry goes around it.
I want to know what the hell is on top.
That's a cherry tomato.
And
No, I know
eggs.
the cherry tomato, but that didn't look like eggs.
No, it did to me. Cut
Was it
eggs.
egg whites?
Hard boiled eggs.
Because it looked like a square over the meal. That's why I was like, was that eggs?
Well, I thought that was rice.
Well,
That's
wasn't
not
that-
No, there was rice,
Wasn't that what
then the curry, and then you had this white thing on top of it with the cherry in it.
Wasn't that
Cherry tomato.
what the dude in Deno always ate, trying to eat the food without the flag falling off the top?
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
Ruby. Hey, Ruby,
But-
come on up. Come on up. Come on. You can do it. Yes.
But then
Good
we
job.
have
Good job, Ruby.
the monster's defeated again, obviously. And the ISA decides to recognize the Boonboomgers as saviors and assign someone to join them, which ends up being Axel.
Joe,
Aksu.
because Taya's like, okay, he can be a representative.
And the lady just looks so disappointed because she can't be there for the curry all the time.
And then you have Boon Boon say, let's celebrate with a curry party, because once again, this is a curry commercial. It's not a toy commercial anymore. It's a curry
It's
commercial.
a shame the original Go Yellow or not Midori Ranger. Shit, from Go Ranger. The original Yellow Ranger from Go Ranger isn't alive. He would love the curry.
But yes, I know what you mean. And then
You're breaking my heart, Ruby. You're breaking my heart.
and then
Turn it back to me. I'm heartbroken. Just sadness.
and then moving on again, because
Okay.
I am so cool.
I can't. I'm so sad.
No, I was gonna say with this real quick, I did love the fact that Boon Boon looks at the ISA agent and says, "Would you like to join us as well, pretty lady?" And she turns around. She's like, "He is such a good kid." And everybody just looks over and is like, "What is she doing?" And she decides to stay because he made extra.
Okay, Ruby, I see what you want.
So episode 5 has.
Well, actually, before we do that, I have a question.
You have a question?
I have a question.
Yes, Silverquill, what's your question?
Well, it's not a yes or no, so you fail it.
I was saying, what is your question? I was
All right.
acknowledging you.
All right. I'd like to know how many Sentai are there where the world government recognizes or at least tries to meddle with the team at first?
Time Ranger, Go-Go 5, Mega Ranger, let's see, Old Ranger.
Well, Old Ranger is the government.
Yeah, well, a lot of the earlier ones, they were the government.
Okay, I'm not counting that then.
Well, Go-Go 5, Time Ranger, definitely do it.
All right, got 3 so far.
Let's see, I'm trying to remember all the series.
Because I found this very novel that the government, or at least some sort of official agency, is willing to allow this, but is also making their presence known. It's rather novel for Sentai.
I mean, because Mega Ranger, they're technically a division of the government.
Mhm.
Oh, well then, take a point away.
But yeah, so Go-Go 5, Time Ranger, let's see, obviously Deca Ranger's government.
Well, Geki Ranger's government,
Really?
yes, because they're part of a government agency. The interconnected government agencies, such as like Deca Ranger.
So this would only be like the 3rd?
I'm
I would think so.
trying to think.
That's a pretty rare thing in Sentai, and I appreciate that. I also appreciate that Ruby's over there, outside of petting distance. I'm over here. But if I reach any further, it will look like I'm trying to harass Corellica. No, that's not the case.
You've always harassed.
But through puns and tickling.
Yes, but nevertheless,
I'm tickling you now.
moving on to episode 5.
Which finally brings in our Black Ranger, which I liked how they actually spent time to flesh out the main 3 before bringing in our next Ranger.
And I like how when he says at the beginning he wants to be a Boonboomger, and Taya's like, not right now.
Not as you are.
Not as you are currently. And you're like, what does that mean?
And he gets some pretty cool scenes. I'd say Black is my favorite right now.
Except for his fashion sense.
Yeah.
He dresses from the 90s. Leave it alone.
Okay, so apparently overalls and hoodie shirt. For me, it's the buttons down the middle. I mean, that's like button-up jeans.
Oh, they're all...
Take 10 years to get dressed.
Well, and then after that conversation, we cut to the villains in the bar that just reminded me of why I play Yakuza games.
Oh my god, though, that's hilarious when they're just throwing the darts and Itasha's like misses and he's like, it's not Itasha anymore. It's a sucks at darts.
Itosh sucks.
Ita sucks at darts.
Yeah.
And she gets angry and then decides to turn the dart machine into the Sweets monster.
That would be something I'd do.
Now, if we commented if she had missed, that would have been also hilarious.
Yeah. Whoops! I got a light instead.
But the monster is pretty sadistic.
Mm.
Yeah.
Even if you win, you lose.
You get the electric chair.
It's just the punishments that monster keeps coming up with. I was like, this seems like attacks in RPG games.
But the whole foot, it's meant to be a foot massage, but it's like walking on jagged rock.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's reflexology. I've
Yeah,
actually
that's
done
an
that.
actual thing.
Can't say I'm a big fan.
It actually can help your feet and the rest of your body too with your nerve endings.
You know what can also help your feet?
Not doing it?
Exactly.
Tim, you don't want to do the Lego Firewalk?
No, thank you.
I've already done enough Lego step-ons for
I
a
only
lifetime.
I only needed the Lego movie to compare the pain to pregnancy. And I don't need to experience that. Ladies, mad respect for you. What you do, I'm not looking to one up you, so there we go.
You can't one up
There
a
we
woman.
go.
But I like though we
Well,
have
I don't know. I'm one. I'm up. And there's a woman.
Aksu. I like how Axel he's does all he can to help out people, regardless of not being able to transform. And then Taya's like, okay, he's ready. And Genbu Bob throws a suitcase over to
No,
him.
a weapons case.
Whatever. A cache.
Yeah, that's basically
Full
what it's
of his equipment.
I do like how even though he's part of the main five, I do like how the fact that the three, red, blue, and yellow,
You
have
mean
the
red, blue, and
same.
pink.
Yes, pink. Have the same transformation, and then black has an entirely different process.
And he somehow automatically knows how to do it. I mean, that's the magic of Sentai.
Yes, always the magic. of
Including
Sentai.
their coordination.
Well, it's making me curious when Genbu gets his, with his team being construction equipment, what his is going to be like.
I'm sure he'll get the scoop.
You had to go there.
I had to mix it, yeah.
And then at the end of the episode,
Well, we have two cop cars now for our vehicles.
yes.
Yep.
One impressively becomes a pair of guns rather than another arm attachment.
Well, you
And-
got to admit
and-
how it's a cop
and
car
the
and
other-
a police van.
And the other became the new head.
But also a spike trap.
Yeah.
And
That was the coolest part.
And then, of course, there's that one moment where Black declares, "Stop resisting." And instantly, I'm having all sorts of negative connotations. I mean, I'm just picturing brutality in mech form of "Stop resisting, stop resisting, stop resisting."
Well, one thing you're not going to like with the sixth episode, it's been leaked that it's going to be a toilet monster.
Oh, that's what
yes,
he just said there.
First comment.
Yeah. So our comments here. We've got
Well, I wanted to finish at the end of episode 5. We have our ISA agent there still, because apparently she wants to come every day.
And the pose she makes at the end.
Well, yeah, because Boon Boon says we're gonna celebrate once again
With curry.
with curry. I am gonna get sick of curry after a while because these guys are gonna want curry, and I'm like, oh fuck no, I can't do this. And her and Axel are like, yeah. And
What are they like?
I am not doing it again. You missed your shot. That's on you.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll just try and make it for you.
Okay, let me read comments.
No. and she does it, and they all look at her, and she's like,
And she just hides away.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fan
You
theories
made
right
it.
now after the first 5 episodes that she'll turn out to be the Violet Ranger.
Or maybe she'll become the the newest villain when they deny her precious curry.
The silhouette for the Violet Ranger looks female.
Well, that would be actually a welcome change if the 6th Ranger is a woman.
We've had that in a couple of series.
I know there's been like Go on Wings, but
Oh, we had that, I think, before Go Under, right?
has there
Or a
ever been
sixth?
a 6th Ranger on their own as a woman?
No.
See, that's why I would appreciate it.
All right, so we got great.
Raise your hand if you would like a Six Ranger woman and just a Six Ranger woman.
So we've got.
Come on, get it up there. Come on, Prelica. Declare. Yeah. Yes, that's good enough.
You fell for it.
That's why I raised my other arm.
That's good enough for me.
All right, so Grant Smith says, yeah, Toilet Monster.
Then they will be flush with victory.
Also likes the fact that they started off with the Rangers before adding in the two others later. The robot buddy becoming the main mech is amazing because it makes the body be able to do something useful instead of jack shit.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been long enough in this live stream that
Nice that the Red Ranger doesn't have an annoying catchphrase. Mr. Arrowverse says they saw Godzilla New Empire. It was good but not perfect.
Yeah, fair.
I enjoyed it. It was a silly beat 'em up type movie.
I identified more with Kong's journey than the humans. I think you could cut the
Kong
human.
and Scar's journey was a fitting climactic battle.
Plus that final smash.
And let's not talk about who else appears.
Actually, I thought of Thea Games 10 made a good point. What do you guys think of the opening and endings?
I love the fact that we have opening and ending songs separately. And I like how both of them are.
Yeah.
I like the first one a bit more. The singing, the karaoke at the end is, it's fun, but honestly...
This is one of those times where that karaoke ending theme and dance really fits well with the tone of the series.
There we go.
What are you going to say?
I'm waiting for the Six Ranger just so they can balance out the stage.
I think that's why there's an empty spot.
That empty spot just drives me a little bonkers. Now, honestly, I'm usually a fan of the openings. Dawn Brothers was a lot of fun. King Oger, not so much. It was so fast paced at first. It wasn't until we saw how they danced to it that it was a bit more acceptable.
King Oger's opening grew on me when I started thinking of it as a theme song to an Overlord season, then a Sentai season.
But this one won me over pretty quick.
Yeah, same
It
here.
gets the high octane energy going that the show has. Wow, somebody missed the pun there.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you hitting me?
Because he has a dog in his lap.
What? That's hardly an excuse. Like, you don't get to strike me whenever someone says something stupid. I still have a concave chest from Frozen.
You do
You
not have...
just need to let it go.
That's cold, man. Oh, see, she hit me again.
No, I hit him too.
Oh, look, she's assaulting me. Oh, help. She's assaulting me. Oh, yeah. Oh, down here. There you go. Yeah. Oh, smack it.
Hey, this is a kids program.
Since
is?
when?
Since the second ago when I decided such.
Sure. Well, you won everybody over with a puppy in the shot, so you know.
Well, all right. So I'm not sold on either opening or closing right now. The opening's not bad, but nothing sticks in my head with it, and the closing is just there.
I'm more intrigued by the whole gate aspect of
The fact there's an alternate universe between the main ones is kind of an interesting take.
But Thea Games also said that the full versions of the opening ending are now available.
Oh, cool. I'll have to listen.
Yeah. That's better than Kamen Rider, which takes half the season to come out.
Oh, shit.
So Mr. Arrowverse, continuing the Godzilla thing, the movie had a horrible bad guy and the acting was okay from the human actors.
I like the tree monster.
Let's see. Dark Advent says Yurikar is going to be the twist villain in the final arc. Calling it. Derek Jenner, the booning is strong.
Your car being a twist villain would be kind of like with Time Ranger.
Kind of hilarious. Thea Game says, kind of hilarious. You think about how Mira saved a kid, but then gets arrested for saving someone.
Yep.
Yeah.
The irony of it all.
And then some Star Wars fan who just joined us and says hi.
Hello.
Hello.
May the force be with you.
Says the first 5 episodes weren't as tiresome.
Tim, you approve.
I do. She's threatening.
She's threatening.
The elbow of vengeance.
Ooh, you know what they should do with this show? Do do a parody, make a parody song for Boonboomger from Aerosmith's "Dream On," but it's "Drive On" instead.
I think that would be a very sudden shift.
I'll tell you though, I'm going to love doing all the tons of Fast and Furious puns this year, like
That's right.
memes, just like I did with Drive that one movie.
You can't stop our family. Sure.
Well, I do appreciate how the Datsun that Taya drives has a cannon instead of an engine in the front.
But we all want to know what's up with the kitty vehicle.
Star Wars fan says episode 6
I like the cat bus from Totoro. So I hope it's like a Totoro-esque episode.
Star Wars fan also says episode 6 will, however, be kind of crappy because of a toilet monster.
Hey, at least the fart episode will be done pretty early.
But you see, it's not a question of how crappy the villain is. Can the Boonboomgers handle it? Or will they have to jiggle it?
Let's just hope it's not clogged.
Well, then we have to take the plunge.
My brain is swirling right now.
Oh, maybe it'll end up flushed with passion.
Just wait! You won't have that dog with you forever.
Then you'll bowl him over.
It can't be a kid show without fart jokes.
Yeah, that's sadly
Thea
true.
Games 10 also said, Joe, honestly, to me, felt like he was about to go off on the monster in episode 5 with all his screaming.
Yes.
All right, but overall, I'm liking it so far. It's kind of like more traditional way for the formatting, which.
But you noted that that Black is a very different character.
Yeah, he's a different archetype.
And then, as we said, Pink's very different from her archetype, being the hot-headed ranger, which I've never seen a Pink Ranger be the hothead.
Very rarely do you get a Black who is a Playboy-esque type character. And Blue is spot on.
Yeah.
Being that very analytical, because Blue either has two different personality flights.
You said very rarely do you get a Black who is a Playboy character.
I meant Red.
Yeah.
Because usually Blue is either overly analytical. Just let me finish. Blue is either overly analytical or he goes that route of being an adversary, so to speak, for Red.
Or the Black ends up that one, but that usually only happens when you don't have a Blue Ranger.
Black typically is a very strong character who acts very strong, presents very strong,
And it's kind of
and is
a loner.
confident.
Or is usually a loner.
And the tsundere.
Loner, tsundere, or Playboy. Green, if there is no Black, Green tends to be the kind of the insecure one.
And usually is a tsundere.
Pink is very princessy. Yellow is usually more often the strong female type.
Usually the tomboy.
And then you have white will take on if
The
it's
princess if there's no pink, or she'll end up being the tomboy if there is one.
correct. The orange is new because we haven't. The only series that we had an Orange Ranger, the first series where we had an Orange Ranger in the main cast was Geki.
But you know what?
Because Geki Ranger was the first orange.
Well, he was white.
He was white. The first orange was
Oh, I
Toku.
thought he was.
Tokuger orange.
He was white with black and orange highlights.
Oh.
Yeah, the first true orange one was Tokuger.
Yeah.
I have,
Yes, sir.
I have an observation for the
Yes,
class.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Silver Quill.
Okay. So, Orange in this one is acting pretty cool. Distance, little tsundere, probably a little flirty. Does that mean Orange is the new Black?
Yeah, but we gotta remember the only two previous Orange Rangers we've had wanted to die.
No, they're.
Well, Toku. Oh, yes, because the Six Ranger in Tokuger was orange.
Yes, and
then Scorpion
and Q Ranger was wanting to die after avenging his brother.
but thankfully didn't.
Oh my god.
Well,
Also, do you think that they'll stream the episode with the toilet? Oh, the salt. Oh, help! Please save
That-
it. Oh,
yeah, it's actually interesting, though, 'cause
so
we had
wow.
also we just had an orange ranger in Power Rangers, and now we have an orange ranger in Sentai.
Yeah, but that's a female orange. I don't have any stereotypical.
So she's very
basis.
appealing.
Star Wars fan is asking us a little off topic, but have any of us watched the Ultraman ARC trailer yet?
Yes.
I
No.
haven't yet.
Nor I.
It just shows Ultraman transforming, a monster attacking. It's a younger Ultra again, kind of like Decker and Trigger, but
I did see Subarai's announcement that they're going to have it streaming in subtitles in 11 languages and dubbed in all 11
yeah,
languages.
it's what they did with Blazer.
What's your question? Or
Just
comment?
is he going to have another? Is going to have another annoying comment like "smile, smile"?
Let's
I
hope not.
Whoa.
I'm hoping they learn stuff from Blazer and have it a more mature story again, even though the protagonist is going to be a bit younger.
Well, just because you're young doesn't mean you can't be involved in a mature story.
Have seen what the transformation device looks like.
Yeah, it's this like
It looks like it's from Raiders of the Lost Ark with the way you have to turn it.
yeah, it's like this
Diamond?
It's a diamond.
diamond shape. He puts the device in there and then turns the diamond shape like over, so it's like that. It's kind of weird,
Okay.
but we'll see what happens. Doesn't come out till July, which at the rate this year's going, after
Maybe tomorrow.
we've gotten through January, this year has been kind of flying by.
January was 8 weeks long.
Only 8 weeks? I thought it was 8 months.
April's certainly going fast.
The reason why March went fast for me was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
March went fast for me because I wasn't working 90% of the month.
See, one would think that would make it slower.
No, it's because I was doing so many things for the channel. 'Cause
And playing Yakuza.
yes.
Well, there it is.
And there's his review for that. Should probably be out soon.
If he writes the fucking script.
I kind of forgot about it. Whoops.
All right. With that said, I appreciate everyone who watches this now, watches this later. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, do whatever else YouTube asks you to do.
Leave your puns in the comments.
Please don't leave your puns in the comments. Leave them in his comments.
That's not a positive attitude.
But if you have just found our videos on an off chance when looking up Boonboomger or Isekai, since of the title, please continue to check us out here at Toku and Animation News Network. I'm Krillika Kane. I'm hiding Kaiju Okami. This is Avid Nebula. You can find us on Twitter.
Oh, and Ruby.
Well, and Ruby. You can find us on all social medias at either Toku
And
AAN Network, or you can find us at Kaiju Okami. Just search for either one. You'll be able to find us. We also have our own website, which is called Creativity by Design, LLC.com, because we believe in entertaining through educating. And Silver Quill here, you can actually find him on YouTube. You can find him on Twitter. I refuse to say the other name. And you can also find him on DeviantArt and Ko-fi. I don't know why he wants to be found in Ko-fi, but he can.
Well, I'm just running a JavaScript.
But if you do search for him, hold on. If you do search for him, please make sure to either search for MLP Silver Quill or After the Fact, or his other channel, Weekday Puns, where you can find him doing puns every goddamn day of the week.
Work week. So, I think I might just steal some clips from this stream and turn those into my entries because people need to know. They need the genuine despair.
You forgot one, though. We also now have created a Bluesky social media page for Toku AAN Network. For those of you who might have already joined Bluesky in its infancy.
Well, because we needed the exodus of Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter, jury's still out on if that thing's going to fly.
And if you don't know what Bluesky is, it is actually the social media platform that mimics Twitter, that was actually created by the developers of Twitter prior to Musk buying out Twitter, but they made sure to have it under a separate business entity so that when Musk did buy Twitter, he couldn't pick that up as well.
But and then we'll be at Power Morphicon in August. So until next time,
Bye.
go on.
Go on.
Shift into turbo.
Holy shit, your video went to an ad while we were live streaming, Marcus.
Oh,